180 days. That's all it took for me to go from clocking in to a 9 to 5 that I couldn't stand to waking up knowing betting was my real income. And I didn't do it off some crazy parlay or off one lucky slip or a hot streak that dried up. I did it by building one system and running it for 180 days straight. Real discipline. And real talk, the reason why most of you working a 9 to 5 can't turn betting into a real income, it ain't that you're bad at this. It's because nobody ever gave you an actual system to follow. So you bet on what you feel, you bet on what you saw on Twitter, you bet different every single day. And bro, that's not betting, that's guessing. And you can't walk away from a job off guessing. In the next few minutes, I'm breaking down exactly what that one system actually looks like. What I changed the day I stopped guessing and started treating this like a business. By the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly what it takes to make betting a real income instead of a hobby that drains your bank account every month. And listen, I've sat in that exact spot, watching the clock at a job, waiting for it to end so I could get home and bet. I've also blown 40 bands and had to build it back from zero. So when I tell you this works, I'm not speaking from theory. I've lived both sides of it. And I got people in my chat right now making that same shift. So this ain't no fantasy. YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Des. I'm imdesTV, the best TV. And we back with a banger. I say we back with a banger. Hey, man, as y'all can see by the title and the thumbnail, man, today's video, I'm gonna be showing y'all exactly how I quit my 9 to 5 in 180 days and the system that I use to even allow that to be able to happen. So if you're new to the channel, man, go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like on the video because I'm finna give y'all some real free game. But hey, y'all know me, the OGs, y'all know, man, I don't really like to waste y'all time in the intro, man. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get straight into it. Now, the first thing I wanna go over is why most bettors who work a 9 to 5 never actually escape the 9 to 5. Most 9 to 5 bettors treat betting like a weekend hobby stacked on top of a job. They bet for fun on Friday, hope for a big hit, lose, and do it all over again next week. And they're stuck in the same loop forever. They think the fix is finding a better handicapper or finding a better pick, hitting big on one slip, and it's not. The fix is one system you run the exact same way every single day, whether you feel like it or not. Random betting on the weekends will never replace a paycheck. The math can't build when you bet differently every single day and only remember the wins. You have to be disciplined and you have to put in the same work every single day. Isn't that what somebody with a 9 to 5 does? They go to work every single day and they do the same thing every single day, and either at the end of the week or at the end of 2 weeks, they get their paycheck. It's the same thing with betting. If you want to make betting a real income, you have to actually treat it like a real job. A bettor with no system bets on how they feel, what's trending on Twitter. They bet on whoever's predicted to win, and that's basically just a coin flip. Like, no cap, that's literally just a coin flip that you're paying the juice on. It's not a real strategy. The whole shift goes from what should I bet today to I run my system, and my system tells me if there's a play worth putting my money on. And most days, the answer is to sit on your hands, and that alone will change your bankroll. I had to stop thinking like a bettor and start thinking like a builder. As soon as I had one system I ran every single day, everything changed. But before that, I was just guessing with extra steps. You feel me? And you know, it's crazy because in the beginning, I was stuck in the parlay trap. You know, I was putting parlays together every single day and I would always lose by one leg. Then I found myself withdrawing the little bit of money that was left in my betting account just to cover the bills. Watching the account drain a little more every single month with nothing to show for it. Now, the next thing I want to go over is treating sports betting like a business and not like a hobby. Betting becomes a real income the day you stop chasing wins, you stop chasing parlays, and you start running it like a real operation. This is the foundation that everything else sits on. Now, let's talk about it. An operation has rules, but a hobby has whatever you feel like that day. If you want this to replace a job, it has to run on rules, not moods. So look, peep game, these are the 3 shifts that you have to make that's gonna change everything. Number 1, you wanna treat your bankroll like a business account, not your spending money. It's not fun money, it's working capital. This is the money that you're gonna use to make yourself more money. You don't use this money to have a lit weekend with the guys throwing ones at the strip club, buying yourself whatever you want. Nah, this is not the money for that. This is your business account. Now, the second thing you have to do is you have to set income targets, not betting targets. I want to make X amount of money this month. Now I want to hit big on a parlay this week. One is a plan, the other is a wish. Do y'all see the difference? Let me know in the comment section. And last but not least, y'all, the third shift you have to make is you have to track every single bet like a P&L. P&L stands for profit and loss. So you put a green check beside the bet if it hit and a red X beside the bet if it didn't. And I typically do this in my phone notes, but you can write it down on paper or whatever you feel like doing. But I do this for every single bet, no exceptions. When you track everything, two things start to happen. The first thing that happens is you stop making dumb bets because you know at the end of the day, you have to log your bets. And the second thing is you actually see your real return on investment instead of just remembering the wins. This is also the part nobody in this game does. Most cappers would never show you a red X. They would never show you their losses. I log my losses right next to my wins because that's the only real way that you're gonna know if your system actually works. And the crazy thing is, most bettors will actually never make this shift because it takes patience and it takes consistency. And sports betting is built to kill both of those things. But this is why I tell y'all to treat sports betting like a business. The moment I started treating my bankroll like a business account, the money felt different. I stopped making stupid bets and it started working for me. Now, real talk, we halfway through the year and I want to make sure y'all are making real money with this. If y'all want the actual protocol that I follow, how I went from down 40 bands to over 65,000 in profit in 180 days, the exact way I research and size my plays, I broke all that down in a free video that is the first link in the description below. Watch it if you want to see what it took for me to understand the game. Now, the next thing I want to go over is straight bets over parlays. Now, this right here is the foundation. This is the single most important habit change, y'all. This right here is where most of the bleeding stops. Now look, let me explain something to y'all real quick, bro. It's a reason why every time you watching an NBA game, an NFL game, you see a commercial about the sports books and they're always promoting parlays. The reason they do that is because parlays is how sports books make most of their money. You don't see them running ads to beg you to do a straight bet, right? My point, every leg you add to a parlay lowers your chance of winning. A 4-leg safe parlay is 4 different ways you could lose. And the crazy thing is you only got to lose by 1 leg or a half a point to lose the entire slip. And that's the I always lose by 1 leg trap. Like how many of y'all every day you hear from one of your homeboys, man, I only lost by 1 leg, bro. I'm gonna get them tomorrow. We back at it tomorrow, man. I know I'm gonna hit tomorrow. I'm due for a win. If you got homeboys you've heard say that, man, let me know in the comments right now, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro, that's a trap by the books, man. It's not bad luck. Parlays are literally built for you to lose. And that's just the bet doing what it's designed to do. And that's take your money slowly. You know, you're not really thinking nothing of it because you putting $5 on a parlay here, $10 on a parlay here, $1 on a parlay here. But over time, all that money just adds up and it compounds. And now you done lost you over $1,000 sports betting. But the system is straight bets sized right. Now parlays get money here and there for sure. I do parlays as well. But parlays have their time and place. Parlays shouldn't be the base or the foundation. Straight bets should be your bread and butter, not parlays. A research straight bet at a fair number is the only thing that compounds over 180 days. The parlay is the thing that keeps resetting you back to zero right after you build. I lost 40 bands chasing parlays. But the day I switched to straight bets primarily and I started doing my research the right way, that's the day everything changed. That parlay is not your friend, bro. It's the sportsbook's best customer. So make that decision today to stop donating to the sportsbooks, man. Now, the next thing I want to go over is your bankroll and units. Now, this is the part that actually keeps you alive. It keeps you in the game. So make sure y'all pay attention. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. This is the boring part, but it's what actually keeps you alive, and it's the reason you're still here after 180 days. But first thing first, you want to make sure you bet in units and not just random amounts of money. 1 unit is 1% of your bankroll, and 5 units is 5% of your bankroll. You never want to put more than 5% of your bankroll on a single play. And this is real numbers, y'all. If your bankroll is $3,000, then 1 unit is $30, and 5 units is $150. So your biggest play of the day is $150, and your regular play is $30 to $60. That's it. That's all. Now, here's why this is the whole game and why this is so important. Let's say, for example, if you go cold and you lose 5 in a row, right? You're down a small slice of your bankroll, but you're not down the whole thing. You stay in the game long enough for your edge to actually show up. The people who blow their bankrolls are the ones throwing 20, 30 to 50% of their bankroll on one play trying to chase back everything that they lost. One bad night and they're done. That's not betting, that's gambling on emotion, and the books love you for that. You want to make sure you're keeping your unit size consistent. Don't bet $30 on Monday and $400 on Friday because you got a good feeling about it. You want to bet the same size every single day. That's what a system looks like. And bankroll management is boring, I already know, but boring is what keeps you in the game long term. The exciting bettors, the ones that's betting to feel a thrill, those are the ones that's broke by day 20. But the boring ones are the ones compounding on day 180. So lock in. Now, the next thing I want to go over is betting with an edge, and this is how I actually find value. Now, the first thing I want to go over in this topic is, bruh, stop taking market lines, y'all. Them -110s, you got to stop taking those. There's almost always more value in an alt line than taking the market. Let's say, for example, a team's market spread is -4, right? You might take the -1.5 for more safety. Now, instead of them having to win by 4 points, they only got to win by 2 and you green. Or if your research says this game is a potential blowout, instead of taking the market line -4, you could take the -7 or the -10 for a bigger payout. Now you done found you a plus money bet. Now the next thing you want to make sure you do is you want to read the line movement. Now the line always moves for a reason. If it moved and there's no injury to explain it, then that's sharp money. And you want to be on that side. If you like the favorite and you expect the line to move, then grab it early before the odds change. Catching a better number wins you games long term. Now the next thing you want to make sure you do is fade the public, but smart. Don't just fade the public blindly. If 80% of the bets is on one side and the line got inflated off the hype, take the other side, because that's where the value is. Or you could take the alt line and just move it a few points off. But fading every favorite blindly is dumb. You want to ask yourself, why is the line where it is? Now, another thing I want to go over is records do not matter, y'all. And the reason why I say this is because a team that's 7-3 could have beaten the bottom of the barrel teams. So you want to look at who they've actually played, the last 10 opponents. You want to look at home and road splits, the defenses they face, their strength of schedule. Now, me personally, I actually use the CBS Sports app for this. It shows you pretty much all of this that I just went over. For props, I use Outlier and Doink Sports to actually see how a player is doing with this matchup. And yeah, and the next thing I want to go over is, bruh, y'all just try to master one thing, bro. Don't be trying to be all over the place betting on overs and unders, money lines, alt spreads, player props, man. Y'all want to stick to one thing, try to master one thing, and then move from there. Most of the sharps that y'all look up to, they specialize in one category, man. So you want to pick your own lane and master it. And the last thing I want to go over, y'all, is discipline. Now, it's a reason why I saved this for the end, because it's actually very important. And only the ones who actually want to make progress is going to watch the entire video, man. So if you're still watching, hey, congrats to you, because you're part of that 10%, you know what I'm saying? But we got to go over discipline real quick, y'all. Now, look, I want to let y'all know this right now. Losses are going to come. Every sports bettor takes losses. I don't care how good they are. There's no sports bettor out there that's just never losing. Losses are a part of the game. It's inevitable. Anybody telling you they're never losing is lying to your face. The goal is not to win every single bet. The goal is to profit long term. And when you start taking losses, y'all, you want to make sure that you never chase them. You lose 100 on a play, do not hop on the next game with $300 trying to get back everything you lost and some. That's how a small loss turns into a blown bankroll. I've been there plenty of times. It does nothing but set you back. After 3 or 4 losses in a row, just take the day off. Ain't no rules in the game that say you got to bet every single day. Some of my best days came right after I was 0-3. And also, you ain't got to just take time away from the books when you losing, right? Let's say your profit target for the week was $500. You wanted to make $500 and you knew with your bankroll and what you was betting that was very possible to make in a week. Let's say if it's Wednesday and you already made $600. You could take the rest of the week off and come back stronger next week. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So lock in. And also, you have to trust your record. If you've already went 9-0 or 15-3, you have proof that your system works. So just because you go on a cold streak, that shouldn't make you panic and want to change everything up. Public days happen, bro. Sometimes Vegas has to let the public win, but that doesn't mean your system is broke. Now, the hard part is staying disciplined when you've lost 3 days in a row, your rent's due, and everything in you wants to throw it all on the next bet just to get everything back. That's the moment that breaks people. And doing it by yourself with nobody to talk you off the ledge, that's why most people never make it to day 180. So look, y'all, if you follow everything that I just told you, you will be profitable. But here's what I see when people try to run this by themselves. They learn it, then the first losing streak hits, and they panic. Then they go right back to running parlays and chasing losses. That's exactly why I put the whole thing, the research, the bankroll, the discipline, all of my protocol broken down for you guys to watch for free. There's a breakdown that explains all of it. It's the first link in the description. Go watch it right now. Now it's your boy Dez. I'm imdesTV, the best TV, and we out.
I had to get it, feeling want no option, had to change up my decision, I don't want no problems, but I go crazy over binges. If I started, I'ma finish, no, I got complete the mission.